fantastic Friday. I know I sure am. Before I say au revoir to the week, I wanted to share with you a little segment that I put together, and I like to call it, is that a joke? No, it's Craigslist. So, it's a working title, okay? Bear with me. But how is it a joke? No, it's Craigslist works. It's really simple. There's this place called Craigslist that I'm sure most of you are aware of, where humans are allowed to post at will whatever they deem worthy of posting. Often they're selling something or themselves in a menagerie of ways, usually. So I've found that some of these posts can be quite entertaining. And I took the work out of it, and I brought those posts to you today. You're welcome. Don't. You're welcome. So, today, they are from the misconnections section of Craigslist, right here in Los Angeles. I'm going to start with some sweeter ones, and then we'll just move into the whole array that Craigslist has to offer. All right? Here we go. September 24th. Tall, white, scruffy, handsome doctor. I know this is a long shot. I was walking back to the old hospital building, and I saw you walking. You looked at me. I looked at you. Not sure if that was a connection or if that even means something to you. But I thought, you're so handsome. You were wearing black scrubs and a lab coat. You're tall and scruffy. So attractive. Looks like you work in the emergency room. It's all caps. So, yeah. Hopefully, you'll see this, and please respond back. I'm the guy wearing blue scrubs. Would love to know you. Cheers. Just gonna throw it out there, guy in blue scrubs, you're probably not the only guy in blue scrubs. So you might want to go update your post and just maybe give a few more details. You were really good at describing him, so just, look yourself over and see if you can't add to that for yourself, okay? Just throwing it out there. September 23rd. You're the most beautiful woman I met in Dublin, Ireland. I'm gonna reiterate right now. These posts are in Los Angeles. Just to be clear. I asked you if I could take your photo with my black and white film. You agreed, and we chatted a bit before you went and got ice cream. You still are the most beautiful woman I met, and I can tell that you have a good heart. Your favorite channel to watch is the Travel Channel. Go figure. Your photos are ready, and they look great. Of course, it's you. I'd love to get them to you. It's the end of that post. September 24th, curly blonde hair and smile. Sounds promising. On the train, you walked up close to me near the doors and smiled in my direction. At first, I thought you were smiling at somebody behind me, but then I looked up and you looked away awkwardly, and I wish that I'd smiled back. If you were looking at me, hi. It's a sad one. You were at Osh on Bundy this morning, September 24th. You were buying some plants, a mini ironing board, and some other stuff. You had a t-shirt, jeans, and a cool fedora. If this is you, contact me. I was at the next register, and we had a moment, which I stupidly, was in caps again, did not act on. That is the end of the post. So I just kind of want to clarify, because I feel like there's some confusion with the quotes. If, like, they had a moment, or if, I mean, like, in writing, did he say moment, and that's why he quoted moment, and so he's like, we had a moment, because he's quoting himself? Or does he think that he's using it like you use air quotes, in which then they wouldn't have had a moment, because if you had a moment, then that means that you didn't really have one. Just I'm not sure if he knows how those work. So, it's a bummer. Okay, September 23rd. Guy at Whole Foods in November of last year. No expedience to reach out. This is not a pressing matter, it does not seem. November of last year. And yet the post reads a little differently. We had an intense stare down on Sunday night around 6:30 p.m. in November! I was standing near the makeup section when you walked by and stopped. I saw you later in another aisle, towards the back of the store. I was talking to an employee, but I really wanted to talk to you. Sorry I made you wait. I wasn't thinking clearly. You were really hot! 3 exclamations. If by some miracle you find this, and you want to connect, please email and mention what type of attire you were wearing, because that is very important. I want to know, and I will only respond to those with the proper attire. I am not interested in hearing from anyone else. November of last year. Some mixed messages there on interest. Just, okay. September 24th. Mustache guy in the truck on Highland. We exchanged eye contact on the drive. We were on Highland heading north by the Hollywood Bowl. I was messing with the radio and I looked up and you looked at me. And I couldn't tell if you gave me the thumbs up and a nod. But I think you did. I don't know what to do, so I smiled back at you. You drove behind me for a while, but then ended up turning around and going a different way. You were in a silver truck. You had a shaved head and a mustache. If you find this, please, pretty please, email me. September 24th. Dude with the male brown pit bull on Carson. We talked for a bit, ... Love to have you guys over and see how we get along. If you're down for that. End of post. I don't want to speculate or reach for anything that isn't there, but I just think it's important that you, dude, reaching out to dude on September 24th with the pit bull. Bestiality is not something that is acceptable in society today, and I just think you should know. I'm just looking out. September 23rd. You were behind me in the white Scion. The post reads, today, 9:23, I was driving a Honda Civic. Today. At about 5:50. If you guys weren't clear, it was today, September 23rd. That's the day that it was. It's very important for us to know. That's the day that it was. Okay. I was on Norwalk right before Beverly. You were the white Scion behind me while we were both stuck at the red light. I think I made it pretty apparent that I was staring at you through my rearview mirror. We both drove on Workman Mill and you were headed towards Rio Honda when I turned at the cemetery. Thought you were very pretty. If you happen to see this, hopefully I hear from you. I think what he forgot to add on to the end of his post was, if you don't see this and I don't hear from you, I will find you anyway, and again make it very clear that I'm staring at you in whatever means necessary to be staring at you at whatever particular time and day I will announce that I am staring at you on. I will find you. I think he left that out. It's just very, be careful, woman in the scion. Be careful. September 24th. In-N-Out Burger on Tahunga. You've been driving a white convertible BMW. We were standing next to each other and waiting to pick up our orders. I was on my bicycle! Exclamation! After the order was ready, you was sitting a few tables away from me. And a while, we were busy eating. We been looking to each other, but never get chance to exchange words. Nor hashtag ERS. Numbers, sorry. Hope that you will read this. Jack. ... So, there might be more to come. Keep an eye out. White convertible BMW guy. For Jack on the bicycle. Okay. September 24th. Little Caesars on Alameda. I was at Little Caesars today and saw you ordering lunch to go. I didn't say anything, but you were hot, cute, short, and thick. Just what the doctor ordered. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Not sure if he actually was what the doctor ordered or if that was an inside joke. Okay. I was waiting on pizza. Two I was. Wearing a hat and a beard. If you happen to see this MSG, let's talk. Yeah. Okay. September 23rd. You drunk girls on 6/23. That's like 3 months. Again, good luck finding someone. It's just kind of lack of urgency there. I'm just saying, your misconnection's probably going to be missed. Okay, so, this is in Hermosa Beach. I was sitting on the bus stop with my dad, and you came up to me and asked about Zanny. I didn't have any, and I didn't want to talk too much because my dad was there, and it would be awkward. LOL. I regret, so call me. That was a good call, kid. It's probably good that you didn't talk about it with your dad there. Hey, and you know what? Hermosa Beach is of no loss of drunk girls, so you could probably go find them. I'm just saying, just head out there, sit on the same bus stop, you might run into them again. It's quite possible. September 23rd. Young guy walking his cat. Young guy walking his cat today on Broadway near Berkeley. Your cat looks like a baby cheetah. I stopped to comment on your cat and chatted briefly. Hit me up if you read this. It's the end of the post. First of all, I feel like it kind of reads like a bad lip reading segment, just throwing it out there, but really, first of all, Really? You're walking a cat? Is that a thing? Like, is that still a thing? Is that ever a thing? The cat walking. The cat. Okay. All right. I've got one more for you. Could be my favorite. We're just going to dive right in. September 24th. German girl who lost her ferret before going to Las Vegas. My name is William. I met you in Las Vegas. It was Saturday, September 24th, and we were at the Zed concert. I brought you up to the VIP, and we talked for like about an hour or so. You told me you were in town from Germany and staying in California. You told me you and your roommates had recently bought a ferret, and you had lost it in 2 days. You asked if I used the What's Up app, and I have not downloaded that account. You have my number, though. It's in your phone. So please hit me up! Exclamation. That poor ferret. I mean, I'm just saying, where is that ferret? Oh, God. Woo! Okay, then. So, have a wonderful Friday. If you run into any ferrets on the street, make sure to hit up the Misconnections post on Craigslist. Remember, September 24th, that's the date you're looking for. Maybe you can reunite some people. I really appreciate you watching, and hope to see you next Friday. I plan on making this a regular thing. Subscribe here. We'll see you then. Go have a good Friday. Party time. Yeah. Woo! But like cooler than that.